Boom. Welcome to the Project Freedom Podcast, episode number 41. Reporting to you all live from the swamp. Yes, that's right, guys. It's been 2 weeks and I still do not have air conditioning. And it looks like they're going to take a whole nother week to come, but it's okay. You guys seem to forget that I was born in a swamp. As you guys can see, look at this this guy right here, this little pimple. I'm starting to break out. It's very humbling to sleep in a pile of sweat every single night. But hey, no big deal, right? Let me check in with the chat, and then we're going to get into the topic for the night. So let's see who we have here. Mr. Max Dignitas. As the wise farmer once said, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Good question. I guess, Max, one could theoretically just go up to a cow that one did not own and just milk it, right? But what if what if the farmer was like, get off my lawn, and, pointed a backpacker at you? Then you might want to buy it. I don't know. If you got a friendly farmer neighbor, should be okay, right? Here's he goes. Let's get after it, guys. Hello from the weight room. Harry, you're always training at this time. It is a good time to train, too. Wade Emery, hey, ho. Orange coin has got to go. Hey, ho, ho. Cody Moose in the hoose, pump it. Yes. Christian Soto, soon. Up. Alex Cat Sanzos. Alex, have I been pronouncing your last name wrong? I'm going to try it. One more time. Okay, hold on. Katsanos. Alex Katsanos. What kind of name is this, Alex? Let me know. Are you Italian like me? You guys don't know. I am 3/4 Italian, 1/4 bagel, 1/4 banker, if you want to put it like that. T-Man Scott, that was epic. LOL, thank you. This is my swamp. Shrek is love. Shrek is life. Yeah, I'm used to it. Saint Chocolate in the hoose. What's up, Saint Chocolate? Gotta out my swamp. I escaped the Louisiana swamp and I ended up in the Florida Everglades instead. Wade Emery says no AC is part of your Spartan September training. Yes, indeed, guys, and we're halfway through. Right? Is September? Let's see. Is September? Yep, 30 days precisely. So we're halfway through. I had the slip up, guys. I had the slip up of me drinking the 2.5 White Claws. Aside from that, guys, I have, and this isn't so problematic for me per se, but and actually, if indeed my Spartan September goal was to lose about 5 pounds of fat, which is very easily to do, I haven't been eating as many calories as I'm supposed to, guys, just because I've been all over the place. But you guys know my life's relatively busy today. Let's talk about this morning. We'll talk about today first real quick. Just perfect example of just one of the random things that happens to me. Mr. Pablo over here happened to get his car towed last night from in front of my building. And even though we were right there, we were there able to get the car before they even put it on the truck. They still took it, and they basically told him that we couldn't get it till the next day. And since the car was a gift from his dad never like signed papers to give the car over to him, and so the car is still in his dad's name. And what they're basically been telling us all day, because we had to drive back and forth around everywhere, was that the owner of the car either needs to come here to get it, which I mean, the Congress members can't even meet in person right now. But anyway, or they have to overnight a physical notarized letter. Wow. So yeah, things like that just happen all the time. And that's just general life administrative duties, guys. Stuff happens. Alex says engineers will inherit the earth. Yes. And it's probably going to be the Alex, what if it was the engineers from the Alien movies? That would be creepy, right? Correct pronunciation. I'm half Greek. Okay. You and Harry would get along together. Very good, wouldn't you? LMAO, bet he wouldn't do that anymore. Pablo Park in that spot? No, he probably is not going to now. Alas, my friends, we're going to talk about how to solve any problem. I would like to inject not the kind of stuff that, not that kind of stuff, guys. You know, not the FAU CCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCCI juice. But we're gonna inject some juice of hopium. We're gonna pick apart some hopium, and we're gonna mash it up. We're gonna boil it, mash it, stick it in a stew, and we're gonna inject some hopium into you guys today because I'm tired of all the craziness FUD. Like everything's so bad. We are like, guys. If you guys watch my show, you guys have already been prepared for everything. You guys already know. You guys already knew all the stuff that has already happened before it happened. Because again, go figure. I'm this magical tarot card reader who can predict the future through a glass crystal ball. Because it's so hard to see what's going to happen next when they literally tell you to your face what's going to happen. But it's producing a lot of problems, right? Everybody's having all kinds of problems in all different ways, shapes, or forms. Hence Spartan September, and purpose of Spartan September was to build ourselves up in every single way possible to quote unquote fortify ourselves, not just for, you know, the impending economic well, you know what, guys, forget about that stuff. All right. Listen, doesn't matter what is going to happen. Okay. Because I'm going to tell you guys something very simple, and it's literally as simple can be, and how to solve any problem that ever is going to come to you in life, regardless of whether it is a extremely hard problem, or it's an easy problem, or it's a math problem, or it's a computer science problem, or it's a life administrative problem. Okay. And you can basically apply this to almost anything. I would venture to say anything, although I'm sure it's like possible that well, I don't even know if it's possible, but let's just say it's within the realm of possibility that like a wormhole could open up in front of you, and just like some kind of I don't know, kraken could come out of it and whisk you up. And then it would probably take you a little, you probably need a little bit more time to figure out to use this method to solve the problem. But irregardless, anything that you find yourselves worried about, guys, if you just apply these 3 things that we're going to go over today, you're at least going to have some actions to do in order to get over whatever hurdle is in front of you. All right. So also, that being said, in conjunction with how crappy and crazy things are these days, even before this stuff happened, guys, I'm not saying I've had the worst life ever. I definitely haven't had the worst life ever. That's for sure. But things have been tough for me a lot of different times. All right. It's not it was an uncommon thing for me to have problems to solve. In fact, it's pretty much, if you guys are close to me and know me personally, or you guys have heard stories from people. I've actually had like a quite a series of events happen to me in my life that are just like, how, like, you must be fucking unlucky. But I always have found a way to make things better. And it's like one of those things that, like, you know, for my programmers in here, my software developers, my engineers, it's like writing code. You know, the more times you start to get these bugs and these errors and these things that don't work, you start to refine your ability to, like, okay, how am I going to sort out exactly where in the code this bug is? And once I get there, okay, I've located it. So now, like, what can I do to fix it? And the more things you fix, the easier it just becomes, because you just start to, like, hey, I've been here, I've done this before. This looks kind of familiar, or it's at least similar to something that I've done. So, you know, you're always going to have problems, guys. Even, let's just say tomorrow, like, somebody snaps their finger. The good Lord Satoshi Nakamoto snaps his finger tomorrow, and I don't know, like, all of us end up with an extra 100 Bitcoin in our wallet, and everyone in the streets stops hating each other, and there's no more face diapers versus the non-face diapers, and all the problems go away. Everything kind of gets reset. A day, an hour, a minute later, someone's going to have some kind of problem, right? Someone's going to get hit in a car. Someone's going to hit somebody with their car. Someone's dog's going to run away. Somebody's going to trip and fall and break their nose. All right. Someone's going to, you know, get a ticket for parking illegally and get their car towed. All right. Someone's always going to have a problem. And irregardless of what happens, you just have to assume that there's always going to be problems in life. For example, I'm on 2 weeks now of no AC, and I'm basically going to have to endure a third week of no air conditioner. Now, as soon as my first interaction with these people, I was fairly certain that I couldn't take any timeline that they gave me seriously. So it's just been already out of my head that, like, I'm not even going to worry about it. And that's because I have very low expectations on normies now. And if you just lower your expectations a little bit, any problem that comes your way is going to seem a little bit more palatable, because you just kind of, instead of expecting things to go the way that they should, you pretty much kind of like, and it's you know, it might sound kind of like nihilistic to think this way, but you pretty much kind of just expect everything to go wrong whenever it can. All right. And guys, I will add that there was a very, very, very prominent man. He was a scholar, one could say. One could say that he was a Stoic scholar. And this man said that the impediment of action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. If you guys know that quote, that is from Marcus Aurelius. All right. So let's try to break that down. So let's look at the first half of the sentence. The impediment to action advances action. What is the definition of impediment? Does anyone want to take a guess? I will read it to you guys. We'll read it to you guys from the Oxford Dictionary. Impediment. It is a noun, a hindrance or obstruction in doing something. Here is an example of how this word is used. A serious impediment to scientific progress. So it's a hindrance or an obstruction from you doing something. You can think of it as kind of like a blockade. All right. So you can think about, and I guess if we're using the same sentence, what stands in the way becomes the way, right? So it's kind of, an impediment is kind of like a blockade. So let's think about, you're walking down the road, let's just even worse. You're driving down the road. You're trying to escape. What are you trying to escape? You're trying to escape the abominable snowman from that browser snowman game. What? The tow truck man. You're trying to escape the tow truck man, but there's a giant boulder in the middle of the road. Well, that boulder would be the impediment. It's a blockade. It's like blocking you from progressing in the direction that you want. And what Marcus Aurelius basically says is that this blockade to action is what actually ends up advancing action. And you think about it, guys, if you think about it, like, if you don't have a problem, and this is kind of like common sense, right? But If you don't have a problem to solve, then are you ever going to just say, I'm going to go and solve this problem that doesn't exist yet? No, right? So just the fact that you know you have a problem, you're already and you're aware of it. You have to be aware that you have the problem, right? You can't be like the normies that are sitting out there, like, you know, if I had a tie, I would just tie it over my eyes and just pretend like I'm blind. But you have to at least acknowledge what the problem is, right? But just the fact that you have acknowledged it and that you know it exists, this is like essentially the first step towards that problem being resolved. It's putting into motion, you bring action to fix it, right? And essentially that problem that is standing in the way, instead of trying to think about like, well, you know, here's an even better example too. You got a mean man sitting in front of you, and he's got a club with spikes on it, and you're on a tightrope actually, and you're trying to get to the other side. There's molten lava on if you follow this molten lava, so you can either follow the molten lava or you can go and face the mean man with a spiked club. That is the way, right? The only way to get out of that situation is through, right? In that case, I would probably take a backpacker, and I would just be like, blah, 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 and watch him fall into the lava. But anyway, in a video game, of course, though, guys, I would never do such things, right, to a person. Okay, let me check on the chat, and I have a feeling that somebody here, a few people in here, are probably appreciate these three simple steps to solve any problem. One simple trick. Let's see. Max Signitas says the Earth is the OG development platform. Is God a developer? Maybe so. Anna V says physical notarized letters sound like the easy option. Not if you're from New York and your father, who is actually the owner of the car, lives in New York, and you are in Miami, Florida. Then the owner up in New York would have to go get it physically notarized and then overnight it across the United States, literally all the way to the corner of the United States. If it was in real life, if the person was like in the same city, yeah, it probably would be an easier thing. But the fact that it's like, you know, the fact that there's people that not everybody is going to live in the same area. So eventually it's going to happen. And, sorry guys, I had a hair in my tongue. Anyway, I think I was disgruntled. It's not my car, it's my friend's car, but I was trying to talk to them because it's funny because in 2013, when I was a college student, I came to Miami, Florida, and my car at the time wasn't my car. It was my dad's car. It was literally his car. Like, he paid for it. He bought it. It was in his name. And I had my car towed, and I went there and got it, and they didn't tell me that. And I think it's funny because it just seems like, and also, guys, to note, and I don't want to talk about the tow people forever because, I mean, everyone hates tow people regardless, but they charge you based off the amount of time your car sits there. So it's like one of those things that forces you to have to keep your car there even longer. And it's just, you guys know how it is, these bureaucratic processes that don't do diddly squat. Cody Moose has like an AC problem. You know what, Cody, to be honest with you, I'm probably tonight or tomorrow, whenever I have time, I'm probably going to just go. I think it's against building policy, but I'm literally just going to go and try to tinker with it. Cause I'm pretty sure I already know it's an electrical problem. I'm fairly certain that if the transistor can just be replaced, that it'll fix it. But I'm going to try, and hopefully I don't electrocute myself. It's been quite some time since I've tinkered with electrical wiring. Although I should know at least enough not to get electrocuted to death. But I'm going to at least try to disconnect it and then connect it again. We'll see. Your boy Cliff in the hoose says cross swords emoji. Max says pay an Indian to do it. Nick Sledgian says, give me that Bitcoin. It's not if, but when problems will come. Yeah, Christian, very true. Very true. Shout out to Mario. The meaning of life is to grow and mature. Therefore, if you're not trying to solve problems, you're not going A-N-Y-W-H-E-R-E. Yes. Yes, Pablo. Yes. Philo D says, damn. Just flip the breaker for the AC. You'll be all right. No, I've already tried that. That was like the thing I did in the first 5 minutes, Cody Moose. It's the thing I did in the first 5 minutes. Trust me, that was the first thing I was thinking about. Also, guys, do you like my fancy new non-plastic water-containing beverage? Look at that, guys. Look at that. Mine's cooler than yours, Pablo. Sorry. All right, guys. So, every time you have a problem, I want you guys to remember these 3 letters. A, Triple A. Triple A. Not Alcoholics Anonymous or whatever, just A. And what do I mean by A? Some of you guys in here are going to recognize these 3 words from something completely different to solving life problems. You're going to think about, well, I won't spoil it. The first A, guys, the first A is going to be to arrange, okay? The second A is going to be to act, and the third A is going to be to assert, all right? Arrange, act, assert. You guys know exactly. You got the ones who know, you know where this comes from. You guys know. Nick Sledgy and I, you better know where this comes from, Nick. You too, Cody Moose. Max Stignitas as well. I'd be very upset if you guys don't know where these come from. I might have to go cry. All right, so let's first talk about arrange. So if you have a problem, all right, the first thing, the first A, rather, that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to arrange all the information, okay, that you have about the said situation at hand. Okay, you need before you can just go and wheeling and dealing and banging and slanging. You have to at least put some thoughts together, or at least do some sort of data collection in your head as to like what's going on. So somebody, I don't know, anybody in the chat, somebody give me an example of a life problem. Alex says this works in coding too. Yes, Alex. There's a clue. That's a clue of where this came from. There's a clue of where this came from. That basically is coding. LOL. Well, but Cody, where exactly is it from, Cody? What part of coding is this from exactly? I mean, I guess you can apply this to like writing anything in code, but like Max or Nick, if you guys are listening, please tell me you guys know the answer to this. I know you guys know, but you might not actually know off the top of your head. You guys want me to just say it? Yeah. So this is basically from the principles of creating unit tests for code. Okay. Bad tenants. Bad tenants is a problem. Is that the problem we're going to use as an example, Max? Okay. Logic gates, no. But I mean, I know the thought process you're on right here. But yeah, it's essentially it's about decoding unit tests. And if you guys don't know what unit tests are, they're basically functions in code that you write to test your code. Unnecessary if you're just working on like something not monumental or, not like a large, yes, Cody. Yes. If you're not working on something large, but anyway, what you would do and I'll use like the code example first and see how you can apply it to real life. So with the arrange part, and let's actually, guys, let me actually Google this so I can show this to you guys. We can see together how we can look at this. Let's see. Arrange, act, assert. Unit tests. Let's see. All right, guys. Patience is a virtue. Let's share the screen. Let me woketh you guys on unit tests. All right, so let's see. What is arrange, act, assert in unit testing? Let us go. And you guys probably don't know this specifically because and actually, unless you are a .NET developer, but although they do use these 3 words when talking about other things in code as well, although it's usually to do with unit testing. But if you know anything about .NET, unit tests are, let's just say, all right, let me see an example. It would be nice if someone had a comment that said, this is the line that I'm arranging, this is the line that I'm acting, and this is the line that I'm asserting, because that's what I used to. Oh, perfect. 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 Okay, guys. All right. So listen. All right. So people here who don't code, just bear with us, okay? We're gonna make this palatable for you. All right. So you guys see comment that says arrange, a comment that says act, and then a comment that says assert. All right. This is a tag above a function, clarifying or letting the compiler know that this is a test function. All right. So in the arrange part, what are they doing here? Just from like a first glance, they're just taking variables and they're setting them equal to stuff, right? They're like hard coding these variables right here, right, guys? Right, my developers, they're hard coding these, right? And then this account variable, they're either setting it equal to a new checking account, which is just some class called checking account, and they're giving it a John Doe and a current balance. All right, so this function is most likely something inside of here that they're testing from this checking account, I'm guessing. We'll see. Yep. Withdraw. All right. So what is the arrange they're doing in code? They're taking and they're like getting data, because what are variables? They're just data, right? And so what we're telling you guys in real life, not in code, is you want to be able to cultivate as much data as you possibly can about the situation at hand. All right. Next part, guys. Act. What are they doing in the code? They're taking action. They're taking one of their variables up here, and they're calling this withdraw function. All right, and they're passing it this withdrawal variable in here. Essentially, they're actually executing other code elsewhere. And then this assert part, they're basically just checking. Hey, did this result from the action that we have up here? Did it give us the result that we wanted? Or did it not? Okay, that's all that is. So in real life, if you have a problem that's not in code, okay, arrange, act, assert. All right, so the arrange part, we already know, guys. You need to think, arrange all the information that you can about the said situation. And then you can start thinking about what actions you can take based off of the data that you know. So I guess Max Dignitas says bad tenants is the example, the real life example we're going to use here. All right. So let's just say you have some bad tenants and they're already your tenants. You already have them sign on a lease. All right. And let's just say that they're just not paying rent. They're just not paying rent at all. You want your rent. You want to get them to pay your rent. So now we're going to arrange in our head all the information we know. All right. So what I would do is be like, all right, so do I know what this guy does for a living? Do I know his, let's look back at the documentation he gave us when he signed the lease. Did he say that he had a job? Did he say that he had this or that? Oh, he said he had a job. Okay. So then I would probably, call, I'm skipping ahead here. Excuse me. So I know that he has a job. All right. So that's some data. So if he's saying that he doesn't have money, I would want, or because he's laid off, I would want to clarify that before I did anything else. So the next step of action that I'm going to take based off of the data that I have is I would call his employer. Hey, is insert tenant name here still employed? This is just their landlord, and I'm wondering if he's having a bad situation or not. He told me he couldn't pay rent. I don't know if that would be like the polite thing to do, but I can guarantee you that someone's boss would, you called someone's boss, they would be like, hey, your landlord called here and asked if you were still employed. And all that would probably end up putting something into motion. Might not be something positive, but then after that, we would have the assert part. And we would say, okay, did we get any benefit from that? No. Okay. Then you repeat that same process again. You go back to the drawing table with the data. Okay. So you would arrange and you find a new action to take. All right. And then you go and assess whether or not that action solved the problem or not. You can essentially repeat this process over and over and over again. Okay. It's as simple as that, guys. Arrange, act, assert. Okay. And you can literally do this with anything, literally anything. Now, obviously, some problems in life are going to be a little bit more complex to solve. All right. But, like, or they're more nuanced, or you already know how to solve them. So I'm not saying that you guys have to do this for everything, but just rest assured, guys, like, think about, I'm saying this to give you guys some hopium injection because of how screwy things are in the current, well, in all realms, but in just the world in general, right? And so, and I've noticed a lot of negativity in all of our groups lately about all kinds of stuff. And I don't want people to be negative anymore. And I just want to give you guys some kind of empowerment to stop being negative. Why are you looking at me like that? Stop it. Pablo's laughing at you guys. Pablo's laughing at me because I want to help you guys. Pablo, just buy a Cybertruck, bro. Kia Stinger 2022, a yellow one. Guys, Pablo's just mad because his car is in the impound. But it's okay. Because we've already done everything we could. We have arranged, we acted, and then we asserted whether or not we did was beneficial or not. And now we're just waiting for a piece of paper to get overnighted. Alas, guys. Alas. Just, guys, seriously. Guys, don't be like bummed out because of stuff. If you think that, like, oh my God, I'm running out of time, I have to like get all this stuff done, I have to get prepared, I have to get a couple backpackers, I had to get a silent techno yacht. Yeah, I mean, trust me, like we're all on the same page here, guys. We're all on the same page of being prepared to make an exit, to enact an exit strategy, okay? But you know what separates you guys from, in the words Dan Pena, 90.9.999% of people? You guys are smart. You guys aren't normies, and you guys are mentally fortified with a lot of tools that most people in most parts of the world don't have. All my RED pilled people, all my dev pilled people, all my orange pilled people, you guys all came to these areas because you were looking for answers due to a problem that you either faced or saw in life. Okay. Most people, they don't even see these problems or face them. And they're just like, whatever. I'm just going to let it be. Bearing sounded like chai. What you mean? What you mean, bro? Max says divide and conquer. Yes. Pretty good way to do things too, as well. Alex says B, solution finding, not problem solving. Yes, until the solution that you have solves a problem, and then you can end that loop, and then it's over, right? Blockchain Max says, I noticed a lot of people are getting jabbed, focusing too much on the problem and not enough on finding a solution. Right. Well, because we know that's not really the solution, right? I mean, it's apparent. Like if the jab, if it worked, then the people that aren't jabbed, they wouldn't have to jab the people that aren't jabbed to protect the people that are jabbed. I mean, that's just like, uh-oh, retard alert. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we won't talk about that. NFV says divide and conquer, world domination. Yes, indeed. Total world domination with a army full of people armed with 1,000 backpackers and 1,000 silent techno yachts. Big facts, Mac, says Christian Soto. Ransom R says all these self-defense tools in a video game. Yes, backpackers in a video game. My boys, backpackers in a video game. Kumu says the AAA strat sounded like chai syntax. Oh, okay. Now see. Oh, jaded, not jab. Okay, so let me reread that. Let me reread that, Blockchain Mac. I noticed a lot of people are getting jaded. Okay, yeah, you did say jaded. I read it incorrectly. Sorry. Jaded, focusing too much on the problem and enough on finding a solution. Yeah. Right, guys. Right, exactly. Dude, Andy, thank you. Good job. Maybe I shouldn't have said your real name. My bad. My bad, Blockchain Mac. Good job, dude. Seriously, spot on, guys. Guys, a round of applause for Blockchain Mac in here. That was seriously, dude. You're totally right about that too. Everyone is like focusing on the problem and not a solution, right? And things I noticed, like, you know, in my inner circle, yeah, a lot of people, a lot of us like are constantly talking about these problems, but the reason we're talking about them is because we're not actually talking about the problems per se. We're like, someone will say, "Oh my God, did you hear this happen?" Or "Did you know this might be happening?" And you know what immediately comes right after that? Wait, so what should we do? Should we do this? Should we do that? Where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put that? What am I going to do with this? And most people aren't doing that. They're just like, screw your freedoms. It's not about your freedoms. It's right? You boy Cliff says LOL. You can say my name, I don't care. Alrighty, beautiful. Everyone's clapping for you, indeed. Bro, just don't watch the news. Just go to the beach and relax. BR0. Yeah, good point. Good point, guys. Good point, Mr. Pablo. Good job, Pablo. Pablo knows me well because Pablo knows I will consume. We'll go down some wormhole, and I wouldn't say that. Well, my media of choice isn't the N3WS, because I'll just be honest with you guys. I don't even think that. I don't think any of the real N3WS organizations are even like, or even news anymore. Period. I don't think it's real. I just think that just. But yeah, like if you're sitting around constantly like festering on it, like it's not good for you mentally, right? Like we all know. And speaking of, and the person that said this comment, guys, they're very, very aware of the fact that the things that you put into your head, you're basically programming yourself with everything that you do, guys, which is why you need to take your time, the things you do in your time, and the things that you allow into your head very seriously, okay? And the reason this person knows that is they make professionally mind movies for people to allow them to reprogram themselves in a positive way. I have one from this person. Do you guys want to see it? Should I play the mind movie, Pablo? Let's see if I could find it. Should I? So we can find it. I don't know where it is. You guys want to see my mind movie from Future You? What is your website, Pablo? FutureU.net? .net? FutureU.net, guys. But seriously, let me see. Where the fuck is this thing? I usually watch it on my phone. Aha! I found it, my friends. Okay. And it's funny, guys, because first of all, this video is fucking hilarious in my personal opinion. But it's funny because I know Pablo so well that I didn't have to. He usually asks people like what they want as far as like their mind movie. I didn't have to tell him anything because he just knew. But I think it's funny. He did it. He did it exactly about what I would want is here, guys. Let's see if you can. Actually, I think I need to share. Hold on one second, guys. I think I need to share. How can I share? How can I share screen with sound? I know that you can do it. Oh boy, guys. StreamYard. What are you doing? Oh my God. Wait, I know that there is a way to do this. It's actually very obvious, isn't it? So I just do this, boom. Yes. There we go. All right, hold on. Here we go. Okay, I have to actually. Okay. So I can only share a Chrome tab with sound. So here's what I'll actually do. Here's what I'll do, guys. I can open this up. This guy sent it to me on. This guy sent it to me on a Dropbox. I can definitely open that up in Chrome. I'm literally infinite right now, guys. I'm just letting you know that I'm literally infinite right now. All right, 1 second, fellas. Here we go. Boom. All right, here we go, guys. I got it. Okay, beautiful. Let's see. Chrome tab. Yeah. Share tab audio. Okay, guys, let me know if you can't find the actual audio. All right, okay, here we go. Enjoy, fellas. Enjoy. Have some laughs for me, because this is fucking hilarious.
I am literally infinite right now. Just letting you know that you are literally infinite right now. I am so infinitely infinite, so infinite. I am an impervious man. Nothing can stop my pursuit in life for what I desire. I am completely bulletproof from all negativity and adversity. I am always on a linear path to accomplishing my goals. Nothing can phase my drive for my desires in life. I am such a well-respected man. I am the leader of thousands of hot dev developers across the globe. People look up to me as their ultimate leader. I live my life in peace and without stress. I am unconsciously competent at whatever I do. No one can compete with me in being me. I love myself infinitely above all people. I infinitely and effortlessly love myself. I am literally infinite right now. I'm a multi-millionaire. I make multiple millions of dollars every single year. I make $1 million off of developer direction. My community of developers is apex among anything else. I am a bulletproof asset. I am literally an irrefutable and extremely valuable man. I can't help but acquire 100 Bitcoin. All the Bitcoin just naturally gravitates towards my wallet. I just have millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. I own a techno silent yacht that I can go anywhere in the world in. I can work anywhere I desire and visit any place on the entire planet. No one controls who and what I am. Fuck anyone who believes they have any control over me. I am the sovereign individual. I am a burly and hunky masculine man. I am always in shape no matter how I feel. My body's a well-oiled and destruction-capable machine. My health is completely perfect. My joints, organs, and bones are superiorly healthy. My body just works so well. I just can't help but be this burly and durable, healthy man. My brain is hyper efficient. I can literally accomplish 24 hours of normie work in 1 hour. I just always know the answers to my problems. I have superior IQ and intelligence. I can't help but be the apex man in every aspect of my life. I have a master understanding of female nature. Women are predictable to me. I am always 10 moves ahead of them. I can't help but always know what women desire. I am just unconsciously competent with all women. I sexually pleasure women better than anyone. I leave women in a pile of their own juices, shaking every time I smash. I just know how to smash. I literally alpha widow every girl I smash. Women can't help but desire to serve me every single day. They yearn to physically and sexually satisfy me whenever possible. Women desire my existence with every single atom of their human flesh. They need me so bad. I just can't help but always get it. I just get it.
Boom. Yeah, it was amazing. I love it so much. You guys have seen a sneak peek inside my mind. But yeah, doing stuff like that, guys, anything you can to literally just keep positivity and positively program yourself day in and day out. At the very least, to negate all the negative bullshit that we see on a regular basis and is put in our heads. Because guys, don't get it twisted. They want all of they want all of you guys confused and dazed and unhappy. So if you act unhappy and you are confused and dazed, you're letting them win, guys. You're letting them win. All right. And we don't want them to win. Okay. We want to win. All right. And we need to reinforce ourselves by utilizing the same tactics that they do on us to positively program ourselves. All right. Just get a haircut, bro. Should we go again, Sam? Should we go? I'm down to go tomorrow. Actually, Friday. Bring It On says, what words of wisdom can you impart to us, Josh? Dude, just buy a Cybertruck, bro. I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, if you can follow the 3 A's, you'll at least have something. You'll have something to defend yourself against almost anything, right? Christian Soda says futureyou.net. There you go. Yeah, guys, he put the channel, or sorry, the website in the chat. Alex says, I'm in a Zoom. It's the microphone setting. This isn't Zoom. This is StreamYard. But yes, I found it. Here's Go says, been 2 days since I got my lifts in. Literally feel limitless. Good, dude. Amazing. Sam says, just buy centralized shit. Just buy centralized shit coins, bro. Solana. Hey, I still got some Solana. Don't worry. Sheesh. That background music. Yeah, it was, dude, that was good, huh? That was really good. I love that video. I listened to it like 4 times when I woke up this morning, and the song's been playing in my head all day. It may be funny, but the words are highly effective. Yeah, and the thing is, too, guys, you know, to me, and you know, he made it personal for me because he knows I'm kind of a funny guy, you know, kind of a fucking funny guy. But it was personal, and like, thus, since it is personal, it is effective. Nick's Legends is amazing. LMAO, that was amazing. Yes, it was. Yep, that Pablo is the Mind Movie Master. Yeah, you got one from him too, didn't you, Scott? I didn't see yours. I think I only saw, you showed me part of his. I haven't seen all of it. Let's do it. I'm gonna get a Mind Movie. Do it, bro. Do it. And you know what else, guys? And I guess back to Mr. Bring It On's question over here. What parting words can you impart to us, Josh? I'll let my good friend Max Kaiser do that, guys. Just keep in mind, you have nothing to fear if.
Explain something to you right now.
Good Max
here's
Kaiser
a $10
here,
bill. This is garbage. This is garbage. Your people in South Africa, you have your rand, right? That's going to zero. That's going to zero. This is going to zero too. Euros are going to zero. The yen's going to zero. The Chinese currency is going to zero. It's all going to zero against Bitcoin. If you don't understand that yet, you're going to be impoverished. You're going to be on the street. You're going to be begging. You're going to be out of business. You're going to be toast.
Max, do you know that it's a criminal offense to tear up?
Do you know that with the Bitcoin I have, I can buy any freaking senator or congressman I want? I make the laws. He who has the Bitcoin makes the laws, Rand. We're not going to just sit around and let the goddamn congressman tell us what to do. We've got the capital. We make the laws. We've got the Bitcoin. They don't. We got it. They don't. Do you understand?
I got you, Max. I got you. Thank you very much.
Oh my God. I love it so much. Might sound like a conspiracy theory. But hey, wonder what it would be like if that turns out to be true. We'll have to see, guys. We will have to see. I love you guys. All right. I really do. I mean that. I love each and every one of you. You are all not a special snowflake, but you are special to me. If you've been enjoying this content, my fellas, please subscribe. Please drop a Lizardy Ligike. Monsieur Modern Life Dating in the chat. SJEW. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Monsieur John. Please subscribe, guys, if you are enjoying the content. And if you do indeed have a topic that you would like me to discuss, as long as it's not like asinine, go ahead, drop a comment, say what you think that I should talk about, and I will consider it if it is indeed a good topic. Once again, I love you guys. That's it for tonight. Smash like, do it. I'm out. Later, folks.